Ginger is a tropical plant that grows best in regions that are warm and humid, but in this video we will show how to grow ginger in cold North American climate. We will go over the entire process from preparing the rhizomes to starting the plant, transplanting, taking care of the plant and harvesting. Ginger is a tropical plant that will grow year long if you are in a warm climate, but it will not survive in cold weather. Ginger plants take 8 to 10 months to reach full maturity, so we have to plan accordingly. We are trying to grow ginger in zone 6 or zone 7, so we have to plant before spring by starting the plant indoor, and once the weather is warm enough, we can transplant them outdoors. To start, you'll need to get some ginger rhizomes. These can be purchased from your local grocery store. It's preferable to get organic version. Also, try to find ginger that already has some eyes if possible. Select roots that are large and healthy, 4 to 6 inches long with multiple fingers extending from it. Slice off the fingers. Make sure each rhizome piece is at least 2 inches long, with at least one bud. The larger the piece, the better. Next, allow the pieces to dry for 2 to 3 days before planting. Set them aside at a sunny windowsill. This step permits the cuts to form a thick callus over the cuts. This thick callus will help prevent rot after planting. We will be starting the ginger pieces in a small container. Fill the container with good quality potting mix and bury the ginger roots about 2 inches below the soil. Do not bury them too deep. Make sure the buds are pointing upwards and water the plants regularly, and within 2 weeks shoots would start appearing. As a tropical rhizome, this Asian perennial can only stand temperatures about 50°F or higher. Anything lower simply will make this plant go into dormancy and at worst kill it off completely. Since we are growing the plant in zone 6, we will have to keep the plant indoor in a warm place where it can enjoy some sunlight until it is ready to go outside. So once the temperature is above 50 to 55°F, it's time to transplant them in a larger container outside. We will be growing it in this large pot. Since we are growing our ginger in pot, we need to use lightweight soil mix. Ginger needs a rich, well-drained, loomy soil. Potting mixes specifically made for containers will also work. Ginger likes loose soil so that the roots can expand. For this particular soil mix that we mixed equal parts of manure, coconut coir, perlite and garden soil. These ginger saplings were grown indoors for 3.5 months. We mostly kept them on the windowsill, and look how healthy they look. All our ginger pieces except for one sprouted to form plants, so you can see it's easy to start them. We need to provide ample space for the plant to grow, so we will be only planting 3 of them in this pot. Just make a small hole about 3 to 4 inches deep and plant them one by one. Once planted, the plant needs very little care. Make sure the plants receive at least 6 to 8 hours of sun a day. If the days are getting hotter and if the leaves are turning yellow, then you can move the pot to a partial shaded area. This will reduce leaf burn. Water the plants well. Remember that one of the keys of growing ginger is keeping the soil moist but not wet. If you want a vibrant, beautiful ginger plant to grow year long, you have to make sure that it hangs out in temperature between 55 to 60°F at the coldest. If it gets any cooler, then this indicates to the rhizomes that it's time for a long hibernation until spring. Ginger requires soil that is rich in organic matter. We will be topping the pots with well-rotted manure. This additional nutrient will help the roots get bigger. Additionally, you can also apply all-purpose fertilizer during the growing season. Ginger plants need 8 to 10 months of growing time before they can be harvested. When the ginger is ready, the leaves start to become yellow. So it has been approximately 9 months since we started our experiment, and let's hope that we can find some good ginger underneath that soil. The easiest way to get the ginger is to turn the container over, dumping it into a wheelbarrow or onto a tarp. You can then dig through the soil. Look at the root structure that was underneath the soil. The small roots have filled up the entire pot below. Carefully dig out all the ginger. This is a nice looking harvest. It's very satisfying to see how beautifully they grew into. As you can see, with just a few ginger pieces, we were able to produce so many ginger. This is a very easy crop to grow. In the beginning, you spend some time in getting the plant started, but once it's planted, there is very little effort and it's perfect plant to grow in a container. The plant looks very beautiful and you get to harvest homegrown ginger. I hope you're inspired to try to grow some ginger in your home garden too. Thanks for watching and happy gardening!